Welcome to Saturday Night the Movies. I'm your host, Steve Rubin. Our producer is Ben Shrewsbury. Joining us is action-adventure author and spy film buff Stephen Kobrin, whose latest thriller novel is The Man from Belize. Steve, what is your favorite spy movie?
I ended up going with Thunderball. And for me, it's Thunderball for a variety of reasons. I've always enjoyed and gotten the most pleasure out of the Bond pictures that had the greatest sense of scale. Thunderball, I think, is really all of the great creatives of the series, Barry, Ken Adam, Ted Moore, and of course, Terrence Young, really firing on all cylinders with that picture. I think there's something very, very modern about Thunderball, even today, 58 years later. If you want to talk about really grand scale spectacle, to just look at the climax of that picture. Look at that extended underwater battle in Thunderball. And I don't think there's been a modern film yet today that has the kind of scale, the kind of grandeur, the kind of visual beauty that that sequence alone has that can match it. Certainly can't top it. I don't think so. And it has my favorite Bond girl was Claudine Auger.
Oh,
and
I totally agree with you there.
What sharp little eyes you've got.
Wait till you get to my teeth.
I mean, who could deny that Luciana Paluzzi was also just as fantastic as Auger? They really were a great pair and kind of a marvelous contrast that added so much dimension to that film. It has one of my favorite Bond villains, Adolfo Celli, as Largo. You know, as much as I love that climax, I mean, who could deny that opening sequence where the fight scene with the assassin who you think is a female, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, that was actually Bob Simmons, wasn't it?
Right.
Right.
And Rose Alba played the woman before she became Bob Simmons.
Right. It really all comes back to Terrence Young, though. You know, if we're going to talk about really the way these pictures were made, he really was, for me, not just the principal architect behind the whole Bond universe. From my perspective, he was also the best filmmaker that the series ever had. And so ultimately, for me, I think it culminated and it reached its apex in Thunderball for my taste.
I think you got the point.